and welcome to our YouTube channel. So we are discussing multiple concepts related to communication. Let us talk about today related to the Eightfold Path and the Four Noble Truths related to Buddhist communication. So I saw that a number of questions are asked nowadays from Buddhist communication. Initially we saw that ये logical reasoning का part था. किसका part था? आपके LR का part था. But now as we all know, interdisciplinary questions are asked. So they are asking questions related to higher education, communication and LR together. So let us discuss few concepts that are there in Buddhist education which are mind-boggling and very interesting as well. Today we will be talking about the Eightfold Path that are there in Buddhist education as well as the Four Noble Truths that Buddha talks about. Let us discuss them and then we'll also see two questions that were asked from your communication part. So it's just a very easy read that we are going to do together. What are these Eightfold Path and ये होता क्या है? So the Eightfold Path, although which also refers to as the steps or when you're walking on a path, it is not meant to be in a sequential learning process. तो ये एक सीक्वेंस में लर्न करने वाला कोई प्रोसेस नहीं है. इट इज जस्ट अ पाथ दैट यू कैन फॉलो. दीज आर द 8 एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ लाइफ, all of which are able to be integrated in everyday life. And if you integrate these 8 steps or these 8 aspects in your life, then you can easily create a good life and a smooth life for yourself. So as I told you, you do not have to ardently look at the sequential manner in which they are given. But they are what? They are the 8 aspects of life that every person should follow in everyday life. Thus, the environment is created to move closer to Buddhist path. And if you follow it, an environment would be created, such an environment would be created that you will move closer towards the Buddhist path. Eightfold Path is at the heart of the middle way, which turns from extremes and encourages us to seek very simple approach. So it is nothing but a very simple approach to lead a very peaceful life. Let us see, because of this fast moving world, we all need one peaceful life for ourselves. In this world of Instagram, Snapchat and a number of anxietal issues and depression, we need what? We need smooth path for ourselves. So according to Buddha, if you wish follow these 8 paths, then you will be moving closer towards some peaceful daily life. So these are the noble Eightfold Path, that is right understanding. The path are, so these Eightfold Path are right understanding, right intent, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness and right concentration. So according to him, if you focus on these 8 things and you try to do it correctly, do these 8 things correctly, you will be leading a very peaceful life. वो क्या होती है? Right understanding. You should have a right understanding of everything and then jump to conclusions or then make any statement. So try to have a right understanding. If you're trying to communicate with someone else, it is important to have right understanding about the concepts as well. So what do you mean by communication? It is to make things common. It comes from this Latin word communis, which means kuch common hoga, then only you can talk to the other person. Right? So right understanding of what you want to communicate is also very important. Take your time, process, and then talk to the other person. And Buddhist philosophies always talk about the interpersonal communication. So when you're talking to other person, try to know things yourself. Then right intent or right intention. So when you're talking to someone, do this process with utmost zeal and passion. Also, it should be morally correct. So आप किसी से बात कर रहे हो, so your intent should be right. You know, you should know why you are doing these things. That is called as intention or intent. Then right speech. It is very important to have correct words. It is important to have correct words. Sometimes words are mightier than the sword. So if you use harsh words, it will cut deep in the heart of it will cut deep. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा जितना wounds create हो सकती हैं sword से भी, right? So it is important to talk correct, use correct words. It is important to have good intention for a good communication to happen. So correct speech, correct choice of words and correct actions. Actions are also very important Because non-verbal communication is also a part of communication. According to Mehrabian models, 70% of the communication is always in non-verbal. So if you do not have total alignment with your right actions and right words that you are talking, then there will be zero communication taking place. Right living, you have to live correctly, to talk correctly. Right experiences come to those who actually have a good living and a good intention. Also create right amount of effort to whatever you want to achieve in your life. Sahi effort, sahi jagah pe will help you gain a lot. Then right attentiveness. Be attentive, be alert before you say anything or whatever your conduct is. सोच के सारी चीजें करो. And right concentration. Whatever you place your mind on, you can achieve it if you are concentrated. So कुछ भी काम कर रहे हो, do it with 100% zeal and enthusiasm. Not even 99%, 100% zeal, and that will be, of course, in your pocket. So these are what? These are the eightfold paths that are there. So in Buddhism, these eightfold paths are nothing but guidelines that you can use. It is considered that this will help you go and move forward in a life that is fulfilling and happy. So you accept it as your life, and whatever good life you are seeking, it will come back to you, or it will come closer to you way faster. So Buddhism never asks for any blind path. It seeks to promote learning and the process of self-discovery. So the process of nirvana, the process of wisdom, the process of self-discovery can only be achieved when you follow these 8 steps. Nirvana क्या होता है? मोक्ष, nirvana, these are the words that are जब आप ultimate truth जान जाते हो life का. That is nirvana or moksha, or it is also self-discovery. So what is this life? This life is nothing but a journey towards knowing yourself. Self-discovery के path पे है हम सारे, and to discover that, to make good relations, to have a good life, you need to follow these 8 rules. Then you have 4 noble truths. These 4 noble truths are 4 pillars of life that you can use to lead a good life. What are these? The first is the accumulation of suffering. Then you have the noble truths include afflictions. Afflictions आएंगी आपकी life में. Accumulation of suffering. So dukha sukha will always be there. Sufferings को आप accumulate करोगे. Ways to elevate the suffering. You should know how to elevate the suffering, how to let go, release the things that you cannot balance in your life, and then choose the right path for yourself. So the truth of the path is the end of the suffering. The right path will end your suffering. The truth of ending the suffering, the truth of the cause of suffering should be known to you, and the truth of suffering should be known to you. These are the 4 things that Buddha said. What are these? सबसे पहले you should know the truth that there will be suffering. No matter what, there will be suffering. If there is happiness, there will be suffering. Then the truth of causing the suffering. So आपकी expectations are the cause of your suffering. And the truth to end the suffer. How you can end the suffering. That is ending your expectations. And the truth of the path to the end of suffering. And then it also says that there is a path that you have to follow no matter what. So what is affliction here? Affliction is what? One of the paramount concepts of Buddhist teaching is the inevitability of suffering and adversity. So there will, no matter what, there will be situations that are adverse, out of your control, imbalance, and they are sufferings. Birth, old age, sickness, death, grief, there is pain, there is always depression, agitation are all included in dukkha. It includes the concepts such as emptiness, impermanence, imperfection, instability. Subconscious mind will always hinder in your growth. However, we are moving towards a quest of what? Quest of perfection. That is self-actualization. Maslow के सबसे ऊपर क्या आता है? Self-actualization. Maslow's need of hierarchy. You will only gain self-actualization when you know yourself. लेकिन human needs are never satiated. So you are always in this cycle of dukha, right? Then the ultimate source of suffering is what? You should know that as well. And Buddhist philosophy talks about it. The source of suffering is ignorance or your expectation. The second noble truth explains the origin and the arising of dukkha. It is the thirst for existence and becoming, the thirst for non-existence, self-alienation. that is always going to create suffering. Our greed, fixation, desires, or our cravings that we manifest are nothing but these are the source of our sorrow. They are the form of our sorrows. Expectations, or you can say your goals for yourself that are maybe out of your league, your desires, your fixations, these are nothing but only your sorrows that you have attached in your life, and you have to do away with these type of cravings and manifestation. The last two noble truths provide specific suggestions for elevating a human suffering. How can you elevate it? The 8 truth paths offer the treatment for diminishing the adversities. And last 2 paths कहते हैं that if you really want to diminish the suffering, though you cannot do away with the suffering, कभी suffering खत्म नहीं होगी, but to do away with it, 8-fold path जो हमने अभी discuss किए, follow that in your life. This will lead you towards nirvana, an exalted state of enlightenment. So for wisdom, and according to Erikson also, Erik Erikson एक person है जिसको हम लोग teaching aptitude में बहुत discuss करते हैं, psychologist who actually talks about the stages of crisis. He also said that wisdom can only be achieved when you are at your deathbed, right? On your deathbed. So deathbed पर ही wisdom आएगी. So this whole life is nothing but a journey of self-actualization, knowing yourself, knowing your potential. Dukh would be there. There will be always suffering, but to reach the exalted state or to lead to a state of enlightenment, you need to follow the 8 paths and 4 noble truths of life, right? Then Mahayana Buddhism also gives you 6 paramita, or you can call them 6 perfections. How can you gain perfection? So there are 6 perfections as to offer a valuable life. So अगर आपको कोई valuable life चाहिए, एक valuable advice देते हुए, they have talked about it. This will lead you towards a life of freedom, harmony and good relationship. So अगर आप ये 6 perfections follow करते हो, so this will take you to the shore where you will get freedom, harmony and good relationship. What are these? These are the 6 perfections according to the Buddhist philosophy. That is charity, always help others, precept, have patience, forbearance, energy, meditation and wisdom. So these are the very 6 important areas where you have to gain perfection to go towards nirvana. These are the few things that you should know about Buddhist philosophy. Now, what was asked in the paper? Ab directly Buddhist philosophies, Buddhist teaching या communication से questions नहीं आएंगे. They will play around with it. So what was asked? Let us read that. First of all, statement 1. Buddhists argue that reality should be understood as a linguistic construct, right? तो हमें हर चीज आप बोलकर ज्यादा ढंग से समझा पाते हो. Linguistic construct, words are important, right? Then in today's context, we can say that reality is a media construct. So in the light of these 2 statements, you have to tell me which is correct and which is not correct. Are both of them wrong? Both of them right? One right, one wrong. So the right answer to this is A. Both of these statements are correct. We just now discussed that reality क्या है? जब आप सही words बोलते हो तो वही वो reality है, right? So reality should always be good understanding with good usage of words. So A is correct. Also, it is very much true that we are living in this age of mass media, mass culture, mass consumption, where reality is nothing but a construct of mass media. This is nothing but what Baudrillard called it as simulation and simulacra, and what is hyper reality, right? Literature students would know it better. Okay, so first is A. Then we have the second question. The Buddhist concept of interpersonal communication emphasizes on what? Flexible morality, total isolation, sensitive use of language, truthfulness, achievement of consciousness. So what is it? Right answer is C. Let us talk about it. How C, D, E are the right answer. सबसे पहले flexible morality. There is no concept as flexible morality. Morality is one. You have to follow the right path and be moral to achieve what you want. So A wrong हो जाता है. Total isolation. How can you isolate isolate yourself? Because we are nothing but social animals. You have to talk to the other person. And this is the concept of interpersonal communication. Interpersonal क्या होता है? When 2 people are talking, तो वैसे भी ये स्टेटमेंट, वैसे भी ऑप्शन गलत हो जाता है. Then we have sensitive use of language. Correct. You have to use correct words. Eightfold path से you can directly land yourself to the right answer. Right. So this is the sensitive use of language. First, truthfulness. Very important. You have to say truth every time. And then you have achievement of consciousness. Because what is the source of your suffering? Your subconscious self is the source of your suffering. It is a very pretty line from, I think, Bhagavad Gita only, that you die more in your imagination rather than in your reality. So because you think so much, you imagine so much, that is why it is the problematic situations that come in your, that is why problematic situations come in your life. This means this is also correct. You have to achieve strong hold on your conscious mind. You have to do meditation to, compose yourself and hold your mind. So C becomes the right answer. C, D, E. Like this, they will ask questions again as well in this time. हो सकता है they can ask you from other areas. We will be discussing that as well. But this is one thing that they have already asked. So you should at least know that and read more about Buddhist education as well as Buddhist philosophy. It is good to read and it is important from the examination point of view as well. Right? So with this, I will wind up this video. I hope it was informative. Thank you so much for listening. If you still have any doubt, you can ask me that in the comment section and I'll surely reply. Thank you.